Hello, it's Polish Paul VR, welcome to the channel, I hope you all alright and sound, you are here, I am here, which means only one thing. We're going to do some PlayStation VR news. Today we're gonna talk about Ilysia, very nice upcoming online RPG, I'm sure many of you heard about it. And also we're gonna talk about the Walking Dead Onslaught, because this game gonna get nice big update. If you wasn't happy about this game, then things might change very soon. Also, the developer done interview when they spoke about co-op and the decision behind removing it, so we're gonna speak about that. And some bits and bobs about Survios in general. So, let's just jump into it, and we're gonna start from the Walking Dead Onslaught. Right off the bat, let's speak about this game. So, as we know, it's come out on 29th of September, to the anticipation of many gamers. We've been waiting for this game for such a long time. I think it's meant to come out last year or at the beginning of this year, but the developer took the decision to delay it in order to make it better. But for many players, this game actually wasn't good enough. For some people, they really like it. I see in comments daily where people say, I don't get it, I really like Onslaught. For me, it was like a medicore game, so, not terribly bad. I could enjoy it, but also it had few things missing to reach this bar what, let's say, Saints and Sinners set up. So what's happening with the game is I lately streamed the latest patch yesterday, I think, and don't that much changed really. But if you go to the patch notes on Steam, then you can have a look what the developer has to say about this game. Basically, they saying yes, the things are going to get better, so I just gonna read it for you. So that's what they saying. Hey everyone, after our release of the Walking Dead Onslaught this past Tuesday, we were met with a lot of feedback from you, the fans of the Walking Dead, the fans of VR, and our Survios player community. From the beginning, our goal with the Walking Dead Onslaught was to deliver an action-packed gameplay experience set in the world of AMC's The Walking Dead, where players would feel empowered to slay walkers and have fun doing that. However, it has been made very apparent that this game has not fully delivered that promise, and we are taking this very seriously. So obviously they acknowledging that some things here and there gone wrong, but also that's not everything. They not stopping here, because also they saying, we want you to know we hear you loud and clear, and have been taking this week to humbly evaluate and process all of the critical feedback and suggestions you have delivered here on Steam, on our Discord and across the internet. We working on delivering a gameplay patch that will address some of the core combat, progression feedback and bug reports we have been receiving, in the hopes of achieving our goal of delivering a fun walker slaying experience. We'll have more details to share in the following weeks as we continue evaluating and assessing the changes and fixes that will be included in the patch. So basically they're gonna make this game better, that's what they're saying. As we know, when the game first come out, the reviews started coming out and they wasn't very positive, let's say. And on Steam, from the player reviews, from people who actually played the game, they like negative, mostly negative, so the game didn't maybe live to people's expectations. But keep in mind, Survios is one of the companies what here for the players, for the gamers. So they always supported their games very nicely. If you remember Sprint Vector, that had 2 free updates, and same goes for Creed Rise to Glory. They released the game and then they released 2 DLC packs. Both of them for free. They released Battle Wake, then they released Pro Patch for free for this game. So they always trying to give player more than they maybe paid for originally. And I'm sure there was no like intent to make Walking Dead Saints and Sinners a bad game. So I don't know, maybe somewhere during beta tests, maybe beta testers didn't pick up some things, I don't know. Unless Survios do not have beta testers, and that's why we see in what we see in today. But I'm assuming the company of this caliber would have like a beta testing team, and if not, then well, they've got to get one. But Rest assured, if you bought the game, they will do everything they can to make it better for you. Now, many of you asking about the co-op, because as we know, when the game was originally announced, the co-op actually was quite a big feature. So they said you'll be able to go out with your friends for those scavenger hunts, you know, grab some stuff, fight the walkers. But sadly they removed it. They've done interview which they had published on Unreal Engine page, and basically they said once they've been working on the game, the co-op was actually quite big task, and they wanted to focus on other areas of the game and deliver players this story-driven single-player experience. So co-op had to be removed. Also, they said they've had so many challenges that maybe they just couldn't do it. What they mentioned is that many players don't realize how much cost is involved in making co-op experience and how much challenge it is. So I'm sure after scratching their heads, they must have come to conclusion that maybe it's not doable in this game. But also what I'm thinking, the fundaments probably are here somewhere in the code of the game. I don't know, I'm not the developer, but maybe with a time, maybe eventually we're gonna get this co-op. I wouldn't, you know, hold our hopes up too high, but maybe it will happen, who knows. Nevertheless, keep in mind, Survios didn't do it on purpose, made the bad game and, you know, grabbed your money. What they gonna do, they gonna make it better now. Sadly, it's a bit of a shame that it's released in this state, because it was their biggest game and I'm sure that a lot of resources and money went to it, but something along the way not clicked with the players. Like I'm saying, maybe they just need bigger beta testing team, I don't know. I'm sure if more people played it before actual release, the feedback would be better. So I don't know, I'm assuming just beta testing either is not existing, or probably, as in many cases, it's just way too small. So I don't know, I'm just kind of like keep guessing. But also what Survios announced, they've done fundraising, you know, from investors and stuff, and they managed to get a very nice $19 million in order to make future virtual reality games. So even though this company had a one little hiccup, nevertheless they going from strength to strength, and I'm sure we're gonna see some awesome stuff from them in the future. It looks like it's a company with very big ambition, and I'm sure it's gonna be the lesson that they learned now from the Walking Dead Onslaught. And the lesson is maybe test your game more before the release and let many people play it before you actually give it to consumers. So that's what I would do. But nevertheless, I still having fun in this game sometimes. It's way too easy, that's what the biggest problem is, and the weapons are unbalanced. So it's not the issues that gonna take loads, like super hard to resolve. I'm assuming few tweaks here and there, and maybe, I don't know, if you pull in some switches. For us it's easy to say. I'm assuming it's harder to code for the programmers, but it will happen. They're working on it as of now, so you're gonna get this very nice big patch very soon. But anyway, that's not everything. Let's move on to the Ilysia. This game finally finished its Kickstarter, so the Kickstarter was very successful. They more than doubled their actual goal what they wanted, so tons of stretch goals was unlocked as well. So from cooler things what I saw, you're gonna have Naval Combat, so that's gonna be nice. I'll be looking forward to it. And this Naval Combat, I think it's a sky naval, so in sky on the ship. Might be awesome, who knows. But also this game shapes to be very good, so the developers got all the money now. They're gonna roll up the sleeves and start working on this game to give you within the promised release date. So maybe let me talk you through the roadmap when you'll be able to play this game. So this is the schedule from alpha to launch. So the alpha for Ilysia will be between Q1 and Q2 2021. The beta will be between Q2 and Q3 2021, and release will be in Q4 2021. Of course, it all might change a bit, but that's what the developers planning. Hopefully with this nice funding they be able to do it. I'm assuming they be able to grow the studio a bit. It's kind of started from very small project, and look how nicely it grew. The developer published very nice story quite a while ago now. Basically, he's been working on this game for a while, not really getting that much attention, nobody been picking on it, and then he went to PlaystationVR community subreddit and posted some screenshots, and those screenshots kicked off the very nice way this game got received. So of course after that the game started getting covered by me, by other YouTubers, by Upload VR and different, publications, and the things just keep getting better and better. Eventually they've put out the trailer, people love the trailer, then they put up this Kickstarter. Only 2 stretch goals they didn't manage to achieve, so the Kickstarter was super successful. And now this game will be coming very soon. They already got it running on Quest anyway, the first one. It's probably gonna run easily on PlayStation VR and of course on PC VR. While ago I've had a chance to have a little walk through the virtual land of Ilysia with the developer. He just been showing me what they working on. It was pretty cool because I was in the game, I was seeing buildings what they was working on. He's been telling me what they're gonna add to the game, and there was some spectacular views as well. The game seemed very nicely optimized. They even had people playing this pre-alpha on Quest. So the game already got big community, so player base will be there, but also of course after the release date probably a lot of new players will join in. So very nice story. I'm so glad for this studio. They worked so hard to achieve it and now their dream game will happen. And for us it's very good as well because it's a studio who really tries to give players what they want. They keeping in touch with everyone, asking for everything. I don't think there will be as many problems as with Onslaught because this game community actually kind of testing this game as well. So the developers got this real-time feedback on all the time on whatever they working on. So that's very good idea on their part to do it that way. Not only they getting closer to the community, but also they making the game better and the player base grows bigger. So big congrats, and now let's just, the waiting begins. Let's hope the game delivers and releases on that time. Okay, anyway, if you like what you see, then please press a like because it does helps the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel and are not subscribed, then subscribe. It's always better when it's more of us. And that's it, bye.